for the second part of our Guidewire story. Yesterday, we talked again about trust and vision, and we set the stage for what we would do today, and we asked for your help to join Haven Insurance, to submit a claim, and now to see what happens next, please join me in welcoming Diego Devalle and Aubrey Kipp.
All right, good morning, everyone. You all look amazing today. We're excited to just embark on this journey with you. We have something inspirational, and I asked Diego to be a part of this because we wanted to show really the power of Guidewire and what you would look like as an insurer from day one. Yesterday, we had you fill in the data for this app. This is the logical flow of how things flowed yesterday as you submitted that data. Some of you are on the naughty list because we didn't get 3,000 policies, but we got something for you later just to
you cannot leave the room if you've not done that.
But that data from the app immediately went into Insurance Suite Core on the cloud, immediately flowed in the data platform, and then today we're going to show you how that data is surfaced through Explore, and also from day one how you can leverage intelligence, embedded analytics through Predict and our analytics solution. And Diego, you and I talked yesterday and again this morning that ultimately everyone here has like two questions when it comes to data platform. It's like, so what? And really, why should I care?
Yeah,
and I wanted you just to take a minute and answer that question.
Yeah, I think always the best demo are the one that at the end of the demo, everybody thinks like, so what? Because you made it so easy, so simple, right? And so the vision from the very beginning, a few years ago, was, okay, data is going to become critical. We want to have data-driven application. But to enable that, you cannot have multiple transformation of the data. You don't want to have developer in the process. You don't want to have special project in the process. Because data is this kind of things that when you look at the data, you want to model them and configure them in a different way to get different kind of insight. And so the entire data platform today, what we're trying to show you with this 2 days demo is, imagine that we set up the system yesterday, as we did. We load the data, and within 24 hours, you can run the business more effectively because of the power of the platform. And this is what we want to show you today.
Awesome. So with that, let's dive in and show you what you get off the shelf from day one. Want to give thanks to my colleague Ping. He's going to be driving the demo today. This is all live, and this is the data that we gathered from the community yesterday. Let's go right into policy premium analysis. I get a dashboard real quick of exactly what the insurance company did from day one. So first of all, right in the upper hand, left-hand corner, we booked almost $1.8 million in premium in about 5 minutes yesterday. Let's give a big shout. Who's going to be an investor in this startup company? Right? This is amazing.
Yeah, Aubrey.
Blue dot. Go ahead.
This was not real money, you know that. I mean, it's
Work with me.
I know, I understand.
So I think I just want to call that we get observability into business operations day one. And we can see how many policies have been bound and are in effect right now, are in force. We got 1.3, which is 1,300. We have 3,000 of y'all here. We need y'all to work a little bit better, but this is really good. And we get this information surfaced from Insurance Suite Core from day one. This is off the shelf. We see we could get different metrics about what's happening in the business. We could see the premium by US state if we wanted to configure that in our dashboard. If you were in Germany or Australia, you would configure your dashboard a little different. But we just give you a flavor of what this looks like right out of the box. Also, there was a lot of talk yesterday of Gen AI. You can do AI-generated data sets. So if I want to ask a data question, we had one for you. What are the top 20 countries that have written premium that was booked yesterday? Let's see what that looks like. And then we could get an AI-generated answer that will take this data from the community yesterday and then visualize it for us. As we mouse over the countries, France, we see 9,000. If we mouse over Australia down in the down under, what was the premium? You know, 24K in premium. What about the US? How did the US do? Right, so 1.2 in million. I think the US is a little bit ahead, but we might crank this up a little bit more. Let's drive more. Let's do another AI question. Let's see like the top 10 states that are in the US for written premium. So this is generating and going through the data real time to show us exactly what our premium looks like. And again, we mouse over, we can see that data. This is all available off the shelf from day one. This is powerful insight we used to dream of having in projects in the old. Typically, it would take us months and months of ETL and developers building reports. Now we get this surface immediately.
Yeah, typically you were doing a project to structure the data in this way to get them visualized like that. So this is really out of the box. This is the kind of, the structure is there. And Aubrey is showing AI, but imagine that you're just kind of, you can continue to ask questions, and the UI will just generate that set of data for you to kind of get the analytics that you want.
Very good. If you took note on Diego's keynote yesterday, he talked about another powerful capability that we're releasing with Kufri, which is Policy Center Financial Reporting.
Yes.
This is a big deal, and if anyone here is running reporting at your insurance company, you know it's a beast to generate the financial reports, and it takes a long time.
With Las Leñas, not with Kufri.
What we did is we populated some additional data in addition to what we had and collected yesterday, just to show you the power of the financial reporting. Let's do what we want to do the first one. Let's do written and earned premium summary, and then we can use this and show beyond the pretty colors. These are thousands and thousands and thousands of complex joins that normally take a long time for a job to run. We were able to crunch this in the background in about 20 minutes without any additional configuration, leveraging Policy Center reporting. And as you can see, we start breaking out premium by coverage. This is off the shelf. This is out of the box.
Yeah, and if you see the 1,077,000, that is exactly what you showed at the beginning. We did rehearse this session this morning at 7 o'clock, and it was 1,076,000, right? So the point I'm trying to make is when all this thing is wired, every new policy that is bind automatically will become available in the financial reporting immediately after. Like
immediately after. Right, that's critical. If you see on the left, we got different ways we can slice that data. We have different ways we can attribute it. So we can pull in additional attributes that we might want for this financial report, for this snapshot, again, right off the shelf. Different ways we can formula the data as well. Now, let's take you under the hood. I think this is a critical part, and we'll get nerdy just for a second, but we want to take you under the hood to see how this data is actually surfaced to explore. This is Data Studio, and this is live. As we generate new lines of business, we configure the product. Data Platform flows that configuration into Studio for us without any additional work. No additional ETL, no additional development work. We get that data curated for us for free. If we click on data sets.
Yeah, so while this load, with the delivery of the financial reporting, you come with Data Studio. Data Studio comes with this, I don't even remember, like 15 out-of-the-box data set. And those data sets are available for any line of business that you're going to write. The magic here is that behind the scene, this is available, part of the off-the-shelf, and this is what powers the financial reporting that we just
Exactly. Without this, there's really no agility. Without this mechanism to get the data, this is near real time, that within minutes, I can refresh this data, and I'm getting exactly things as they're happening.
Yeah, you can see that they are running. So that running is what I was mentioning a second ago, the 1,076,000 to go to 1,077,000, and automatically updating the data in the platform.
Another thing we'll call out is that these are data sets that we pre-curated, but you can create your own. This gives you a full interface that you can create and build your own data set so that you might want to show or visualize the reporting or your intelligence in a different kind of way. Diego, yesterday you called out that also with Kufri, we allow you to publish these data sets to Predict, which is our data modeling platform. So here, Ping is showing where you can publish it not only to Predict, but then, Diego, you built this really to be agnostic, right? I might not be building models on Predict. I might use some external tool, right?
Yeah.
In reality, we don't care.
Yeah, so first of all, when we came up on this architecture and structure, as I said, we wanted to use Data Studio as an intermediate layer for powering all the data. So Data Studio, as we saw before, 15 data set for the financial reporting.
Right.
But then you might have different needs, and you want to create special data set.
Right.
And in this case, we create an out-of-the-box integration with Predict. We, of course, want all of you to use Predict and discover the power of Predict. But at the same time, we know that most of you also use external third-party application. And in this way, you can see that you can create and model your own data set,
right,
export it to Predict, or export it to an external application.
Now, this is a living pipeline. So this is not like a one-time export. You called that out earlier, Diego, this morning. This is a living pipeline. Now, where are the data science actuaries in the house? Just shout real quick. I have one hand. Y'all got to represent the community better than that, right? But for those that are here, for the data science and the actuary in the room, though how modest you might be, right? We click publish, you got a data pipe to your model, and that model is what we're using more often today to automate straight-through processing, to make the applications more intelligent. We want to call a model, and the model tells us what to do. The model drives the process. The model determines if we're going to bind the policy, if we're going to renew. So for the 2 data scientists that are here out of 3,000, we're not going to build a model today on the stage. But we will show you how you can leverage Analytics Manager, which is also part of Guidewire Cloud, to surface a model you built anywhere with that data pipe you got from Data Studio, and then you can use it day one to start driving automation, right? Ultimately, we want to drive automation. We want to drive straight-through processing. We want to use automation to do it. So this might look big and scary. Let me just bring it down and make it plain. This is a way that we can now take a model and embed it anywhere without really writing any code. This is next level. It's been a bit of a game changer for our customers. If we go to view assessments, we can see how Insurance Suite has been calling our different models. And these models that have been called, they're getting rated and they're getting scored. Here's a particular one that has scored in medium, and we can see all of the factors that have been passed, the top factors that really influence the model. Why is this important? Because this same model now, I could bring it into policy, and I could say, hey, model, should I renew this individual automatically or not? Let's see it in action, shall we? Let's take a look. So let's go to Policy Center. We've got a sample customer here, which is Maximus Blackwood. And if you notice in his activities, if you highlight the activity, he's blocked on renewal now. Let's click on that activity in Policy Center, and we'll tie this together. Notice the reason he's blocked. His risk evaluation was above what is acceptable for us as an insurer. How do we know what's acceptable? The model told us. So if we go to risk analysis, we'll notice that he has an underwriting issue, and then that risk analysis is pulling that model back, and this model is giving me the score. We use the score to drive whether we're going to renew or not. And this score is fed in a loop, Diego.
Yeah,
right?
So again, what I said before, it looks like simple and said, so what? This is super cool. I'm super excited about that, because this enables what we kind of envisioned from the very beginning. We call it the loop of data.
Right.
You go from the data to the data platform to the data set. From the data set, you go to Predict. In Predict, you have a model that scores this policy in a specific way. and then we feed that score back into the operational application, in the business application. And now in the business application, you can have an underwriter that is going to say, okay, based on that information, I'm going to reject or approve. And that is kind of the loop back. And this is why yesterday we were saying the data platform was critical and is critical for us to build data-driven business application.
Exactly. And to amplify that, right? This model, what we've heard from you as a community, building the model is one thing. Getting the data to the model, there's always a scramble. We fixed that part at Guidewire with Data Studio, giving you the pipe. But then what we've heard consistently is taking that model and getting it into the core. We call it operationalizing it, so I could do something with it. Used to be really complex, a bunch of different applications we have to get together and sync. With Analytics Manager, we take that model and we can make the core smart and we can reuse it anywhere. You're seeing right here in policy. So let's go to, this score is 111, that's low. Ping, let's block this policy, we're not gonna renew it. So I'm gonna reject it, and then we're gonna non-renew this policy. We can set a non-renewal reason, there's a material change, press OK, and now this policy is non-renewed. Here we've made an intelligent decision based on analytics in a closed loop data environment, right? Now, so that you know this data is real and it's from the community, who did their homework and got a wallet yesterday, right? Lift your hands if you've got a wallet policy in a while. We want to drive and we want to grab someone random from the community and we want to pull up your policy from yesterday.
Okay,
Diego?
you pick.
Let's grab this side over here.
Okay,
right?
okay.
All
So
right.
who did the wallet? We need somebody that filled up the wallet.
Yep.
Somebody that, come, walk here. Okay. But we're going to do these things like a little bit like the Oscars, so you need to.
All right, now we got to do the Mike Rosenbaum. Do we
Here
know
we go.
you at
Okay.
all? Do a full
what's your name?
interview.
Brian Workington.
Hey, Brian, nice to meet you. So what's your policy number?
3736958521. Boy, that's a long number.
Okay, but we think we got it. We have smart people here.
What was your name again, sir?
Brian Workington.
Hey, what's his name up there?
Brian Workington.
Yeah, the data is real, right? So, Brian, we notice you're blocked in renewal as well. So, I'm seeing a trend here, right? Let's take a look at Brian's score. Let's see how he scored against the model, right? So let's go to risk analysis. Let's see the analytics overview, and let's see your score. Brian, you're unprofitable. But his score is, look, it's closer, it's trending green. He's 625, right?
Nice.
So because we've brought this analytics into the core real time, day one, as an underwriter, I can make a decision that is intelligent based on analytics real time. Brian, we're gonna do two things for you. The first one, ping, let's go ahead and renew it, right? We're gonna renew your policy, you're approved, right? So we're gonna approve him in policy, right? And let's go ahead and issue him, right? So we're gonna go ahead and close options, and I think edit transaction, and we can renew him. Second thing we're gonna do for Brian, directly from Diego's product development team, we got a surprise for you. Just for doing your homework.
Oh.
You're going to get a backpack. Thank you for your participation.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks for renewing me.
Thank you. Hey, Aubrey, you make a great presenter. I don't know if you make a great underwriter based on your decision, but.
Agreed, right? Listen, this was a quick agility showcase. This is agility in action. We went from data in our app yesterday, surfacing it in business operational reporting. We crunched financial reports. We embedded analytics. We drove straight through processing. And we were able to do this in a loop in one day using the power of the cloud, embedded analytics, data platform.
Yeah, so again, last year we showed you how to build a product and push a product in 24 hours. This year, we wanted to show you if you run on Guidewire, if you run on Guidewire platform, you can run your business more effectively. You have more data information that will enable you to be more effective in running your business.
That's right. And this is why we have this big slogan on the wall. This is running your business with agility from day one. All right?
Thank you, Aubrey. So last thing.
Yes.
Yesterday, we worked a lot. Too quick. We clicked too quick.
Yeah.
So we worked a lot to create this slide. And I wanted to watch if everybody saw the skier. Did you see the skier? Okay, good. Okay. There is a lot of creative work. We have many meetings here. We want to have the skier taking this run and that run and whatever run. So we wanted to make sure everybody see the skier.
If you didn't see the skier, stop by the product booth, dig in the data. This demo platform is live, so you can stop by the booth and you can play with it. Financial reporting, a better analytics, operational insight. It's ready for you. Stop and see us at the booth. Diego, this was awesome. Thank you, Ping. We're going to turn it back over to Brian. All right, thanks, everyone.